Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every Monday. If we haven't met, I am Frances and I am looking forward to connecting with you today. Last week when we did our reading, we pulled Five of Swords and we knew something was funky. I could feel it in the energy. I'm not gonna lie, I still feel it. I'm in Southern California, about an hour and a half south of LA, but I know that this is global news. I did not expect what happened at all. I knew it was going to be something weird, and I didn't say last week, but as I was pulling cards, I just felt like I almost wanted to say, like, get your emergency kits ready, but I hesitate to say that because I really do not like the spiritual fear-mongering that I've been seeing on social media a lot, where it's like, and I think there's also a lot of like, oh, I said this, see, I was right, going on, which at the end of the day doesn't matter, because it happened. So it's interesting because I know a lot of people have been like feeling this energy, but none of us can predict exactly what, when, or where. So I also just leave that with you because I know the algorithm, like once you watch one video, it starts to populate with other videos of people saying these things. My rule of thumb in my life, because I definitely went down the like prepper rabbit hole, meaning like the end of the world prepper. And if you have not been down that, I wouldn't advise it. I learned some stuff, but anyways, long story short, my mindset around this now for peace of mind, because otherwise it can be really overwhelming, is prepared, not scared. So if nothing else, prepared, not scared, right? We have our go bags, we have our emergency kits. Set yourself up, maybe have some cash, and this is in general. This is not like saying like this week, hopefully, but it is one of those things where I think we always think it could never happen to us, and then it could. So prepared, not scared. And I'll leave you with that. But again, I just wanted to touch base on that. And also, if you're watching this and you have been displaced, had to evacuate, if you are a fire family, I'm here with you. My husband is a firefighter as well in this area. And it's a lot. It's a lot on that end. And of course, for everyone who has lost everything, it is just utterly devastating and heartbreaking. So I'm sending so much love to you. With that said, if you want to support, this week, I've decided that I'm going to be donating 20% of all sales, whether that is from one-on-one session bookings, tarot cards, anything. I'm also likely going to be holding a community circle. I said that was going to be free, but I actually think I'm going to make it donation based. So if you want to show up without a dollar donation, you want to come share your time, fantastic. If you do want to donate, I will be also sharing 100% of those proceeds with those who have lost everything. Right now, my plan, I think, is I'm going to look at the GoFundMes that aren't well funded. Some of them are at like 80%, 100%. But the others that are struggling a little bit, I think just donating directly to people right now is the best bet. But if anyone has any insight on that, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. If there are organizations that you feel really passionate about, I know we have a lot of animal lovers here. So I know Humane Society has been doing a lot of great stuff. So anyways, more to come on all of that. But right now, this week, 20% of anything you purchase from me will be being donated. I may extend this out further. We'll see how we go. But for now, through Sunday, for sure, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what day it is right now, so I can't tell you the date on Sunday. But I think it is 11th, 12th, 13th. Yeah, we have a full moon, so happy full moon. This is a purge. We are in like a purging energy right now. So anyways, Frances, we're going to focus. 20% of all sales, no matter what you purchase, is going to be going. And then again, stay tuned for the community circle donation based, whether you want to show up and donate your time and energy or money that will be donated as well. Okay, let's dive in. Working in the light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good. and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team and each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward. What do we need to know this week, whether it's support, whether it's direction? Of course, we do have, this kind of cloud, quite literally speaking in terms of smoke. And I know a lot of us are feeling it in our hearts. And it is just the weirdest thing to say, and it feels almost wrong to say, but it is true. Life does go on. And that is true for those who have been displaced. Life will continue on and get better. But for those of us too who are like, this is so weird because I have this heartache, but I also have to go to work and continue. So I want to just hold space for all of it. Okay. All right. For this week, do we need to know, feeling this in the solar plexus, this area, solar plexus heart. A lot of us are feeling powerless and a little scared right now, whether that's big picture or in our own lives. Just a little uncertain, ungrounded. So let's check in here. Single card and 2 cards. We'll see if we need more or if this is complete. Okay. Wow. I almost want to cry, but I won't. Jeez. Ace of Wands. Look at that card. Look at the background. Quite literally flames. But this is a beautiful card. Ace of Wands is about new beginnings and the planting of seeds, right? It's kind of like everything's been burned down, and hopefully that will create really lush, rich soil for us to rebuild. Okay, so this is also very full moon energy. It's not so much tapping into manifestation and what are we creating. It's more understanding that this clearing out is presenting an opportunity for the new. We might not feel that energy yet. We might not feel inspired to tap into it yet. We might not know what seeds we're planting yet, but the fresh start is here. Okay, and or is coming soon. But we do need to be patient, either waiting for the start to start or give ourselves time. If you're like, yeah, things are starting, but why do they feel so slow? That is the energy right now, one step at a time. So Ace of Wands is about planting the seeds. So this week for you, I want you thinking about, what do I need to clear so that my garden has space for when I'm ready to plant my seeds? If I know what some of my seeds are, great. I'm going to start getting my ducks in a row. But if I don't know what I want to plant yet, that's fine. Right now, I'm going to focus on the cleansing, the clearing out, so that I'm ready when the time comes to plant. Okay? The clearing has to come before the new because we have to make space for it. All right. So I want you thinking about that this week and how it resonates with you, and what either they're saying what action or stillness you can take, right? Is this very actionable for you, where you're like, there's a lot of stuff that's misaligned. I got to start moving things, and whether it's physical cleaning of your home, an energetic clearing, right? Energetic hygiene, whether it's anything, paying off debt if you're able to do so, having a hard conversation so that conflict is finally complete. There's so many ways that this could be coming for you. But when I say what needs to be cleared out, what needs to be cleaned up, this is a great week to take action there. And if you're like, things feel okay, I feel this energy, but there's nothing really I need to do, then it's more of an actionable stillness, right? I'm not freaking out that things are slow. I know that this is the time to let my land lie fallow, so that when it's time to plant, my seeds will take and root so that they will grow. Okay? This doesn't mean don't take any action. It just means that you might be in a stage of slower action, and or being asked to find comfort in taking things one step at a time, when usually you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go this, and this. But maybe this week you can only hold space for one thing at a time, and that's okay. Last week they also talked about like extending your time period. So if you think it's going to take one day, block out 2. That is still coming through here, okay? Giving yourself time and patience and grace, because also for those of you empaths out there and or those of you directly affected by these fires, it might be really hard to focus right now. Because it sometimes kind of feels pointless. You're like, why am I sitting here like chugging away at this campaign when like people just lost their homes, right? But then also we have to, because that's our reality in our life to keep things going. Okay, so it's just about giving yourself space this week, okay? And hope. Beauty will come. Okay. Then we have these 2 cards here. Ooh, lovely. 6 of Wands, so another slower energy, and 3 of Pentacles. Again, I want to get emotional, but I won't, because we're going to stay focused. It's interesting because my ego space, my brain space wants to not be so hyper-focused on these fires, because I know that so many of us are all over the world. And so it might not be in your direct vicinity. And that is kind of where they're focusing, because they're pulling out lessons for humanity to learn as we're in this collective rising, this collective upgrade, this collective shift. So it's like very rooted in that, to learn the lesson for like the huge overarching theme of humanity, which is all of us. 6 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands is about celebrating your wins, celebrating what you do have. This essentially right now is coming through as a card of gratitude. This is also coming through as a card of, in terms of planting seeds, looking back at your life and being like, okay, what am I really, really proud of? What made me feel really good? What made me feel really purposeful? What would make me feel purposeful and proud? And how can I start pulling those things out from my past experiences, whether it's in work, whether it's in, like goal achievement, whether it is in like your human connections, whether it's in your relationships, whatever it is, like thinking about that question. What has made me feel really good in the past, really proud of myself, really successful, whatever that means to you, really purposeful, really impactful, really like, yeah, that was a good day, or that was a good moment. I want to do that again. I want you to start pulling those things out and writing them down. Get very clear on what you are really proud of and what you want to celebrate within yourself. I know right now might not seem like a time of celebration, especially if a lot of you are in that stagnancy and you're like, oh, why is it taking so long? Like, I suck, I'm the worst, I should be moving faster. I am grateful that I am here. I am grateful that I am safe. I am grateful that I am resilient. I am grateful that I have a heart that cares. I am grateful that whatever it is. Okay, so number 1, what are you proud of? Number 2, what are you grateful for? Okay, because not only is that going to help ground you in the here and now, but also that is going to help you start to identify in time. You don't have to figure it out right now, but identify in time what seeds you want to plant. Because what we're proud of and what we're grateful for, likely you're going to want to create more of those experiences for yourself when it is time to plant those seeds. So we're laying the groundwork right now. Okay, so that's part 1. Part 2, 3 of Pentacles, community, right? You might realize in this work from 6 of Wands, I feel best when I'm helping people. Great. How do you want to help people right now? Is it through donation? Is it through showing up? Is it through showing up so well in your job that you crush it and you know you've made a huge, wide impact? Is it making dinner for your family every night, or once? It doesn't have to be every night, but like a really nourishing meal, knowing like, oh, my kids are so well fed, right? Because what's so important about 3 of Pentacles, one is not better than the other. There is no hierarchy. If you look at this image, this is about symbiosis, right? The bees are the pollinators for the flowers, and then the flowers continue to grow, and then the bees make the honey, and the sun feeds the flowers, and right, it's about a symbiotic relationship. The sun is not better than the bees. The bees are not better than the flowers are not better than the sun. They all need to exist in order to make that sweetness, in order to make that honey. So the message here is that no act of service is too big or too small. Whether it's an act of service for yourself, an act of service for a friend or a family member, an act of service for a client, an act of service in work, an act of service for a stranger. Prayer, it doesn't matter. It's about the unification of humanity. And I know this is like, kind of sounds, I mean, you can see in my demeanor and like the way that they're talking, it's very serious. But it also sounds so bizarre. Like, what? I don't, like, why is this relevant? It matters. Our intention matters. Our service matters. But the scale of it does not. You offer what you can offer, and please feel so proud of that. Okay? One is not better than the other. It all matters. It all comes together to provide. All right? So show up for your neighbor. Be kind. Buy someone's coffee. Give $5. That matters. $5. That is for someone, whether they have nothing or have everything, right? That's, depending on where you live, a coffee. That can make someone's day, right? $5 at the gas station can get you to the next place that you need to go. $5 at the gas station can get you to the next gas station, right? I just feel like there's a lot of us feeling so hopeless and helpless right now. And that's why team is saying, like, you matter. Your intention here is more important. And of course, we're speaking very widely, but is more important than the size of what you're giving. It holds so much power. So this isn't even asking you to have to give something. It's just reminding you, I understand, that amidst the seemingly messy, chaotic world that we're in right now, we hold the power. And they, meaning like the man, don't want us to have it. And it feels like they keep trying to strip it away from us. But nothing can take away human connection. Nothing can take away hope. Nothing can take away love if we don't let it. Okay? So this week, let's go big picture and then in your personal life. Big picture, new beginnings. We are clearing things out. I want you to focus on that. If you like to do full moon practices, please feel free to work with the full moon energy. What are you cleansing out? And then looking at, okay, now I've created all this space. I don't really need to focus on what I'm creating the new yet, but I do want to look at my past and think like, what have I really enjoyed? What am I really proud of? I'm going to write those things down and then just like leave that list somewhere. And how might I want to lean into community this week? Whether it's my family, my friends, my place of worship, my spiritual team, whatever it is, right? Just getting that community connection, okay? And then wider, sorry, it's like so beautiful. I can't even like put words to it. And it doesn't feel beautiful right now. That's what's so weird. It's like this dichotomy of energy. Humans hold the power. Let's stand so firm in that and give what you can, whether that is a prayer or $10 billion. It all matters. And let's stay hopeful. And if we have extra light to share, let's share it, because there's going to come a day where we need that light from others for us too. It's all part of one big cycle. We are all one. And this is part of the collective awakening. Okay? Okay. So, kind of like, again, it's like heavy messages, but also like somehow like hopeful. But just like intense. Like this is a time. This is like a moment. Okay. So if anyone has any questions, please let me know. If you'd like to share how this resonated, please let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments. If you feel called to donate to what I call the love jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. Thank you so much for that. It helps me to show up with energy for you every week. Reminder, one-on-one sessions available globally. 20% of the whatever it's called, proceeds, or I don't know, I'll be donating 20, and then also tarot card orders as well. 20% of that I will be donating. Stay tuned for a community circle, donation based, free, or whatever you want to give. 100% of the proceeds from that community circle will be donated as well. In the meantime, I'm sending you all so much love. I know some of us are just in like weird vibes right now. And it's weird. It's terrible. It's also, we have these moments of happiness, then we're like, oh wait, can I? It's just freaking weird. I know that word is very light, but if you're feeling it, you know what I mean. And if you're not, it's okay to keep living your life as long as we're holding compassion and doing what we can where we feel called. Okay. All right, everyone. Big love to you, and I will see you again soon.